My question to all of you is who really wants to be a millionaire? When I look at Facebook sometimes and I have friends on there who post about their jobs and I listen to people who report about their work situation. One of the biggest complaints I see is that people have little time. People say, "Oh, I have to go to work tomorrow. I hate going to work and I work so much." A lot of people have the typical 9 to 5 job where they report to work in the morning, they return to work or return home in the evening, and they once they get home, all of their free time is dedicated to either cleaning the house, running errands, taking care of the kids. So these people who are working, they literally, what I say is, have no life. They're busy, and they've in a way sold their soul to work to obtain these materialistic possessions and to live. To me, this is very problematic. Uh, I'm not really big on materialistic possessions. I don't want a huge house or a super nice car. But what's important to me is that I have free time. I can enjoy myself. I can go somewhere if I want to, uh, and I don't have to worry about my work schedule. So this is where people will bring in the main solution. A lot of people will say, or what people generally say, is, well, I wish I was a millionaire. I wish I had $1 million. And the more I thought about this, I thought it was very ironic because millionaires, yes, they can afford all those materialistic possessions. They can afford a huge house and a nice car and all those things that a lot of people want. But they are still reporting to work almost every day. They have a working schedule just like anyone else, and it's I would say it's even more hectic than the typical American working from 9 to 5. I actually went on Google and I searched "life of a millionaire," and a video came up on YouTube that reported this life of a millionaire. I forget who it was exactly, but they documented a day for him, and it showed his working location, and they actually interviewed some of his employees. And one of the employees, she spoke highly of him, but she said he works so hard on this. He puts almost every hour of his day into this. And I thought that was, as I just said, ironic because, I mean, sure, he might have a sailboat, he has this huge house and all this property, but if he's working so much and he's putting every hour of his life into it, I mean, how can you enjoy that? How can you enjoy life? How can you find out who you are? The one perk I see for being a millionaire is that obviously you're probably doing something you're passionate about. I mean, a lot of these millionaires, they just became became wealthy from doing something they're passionate about. But I even question that because obviously the way that our system works right now, where everything has to be competitive, a lot of businesses obviously they have to cut corners. They look at what's cheaper. How can we make our product cheaper for the market? So I really question if millionaires are really passionate about what they're doing now because of the competition and how they've had to alter their items or service. And it is really interesting to look at how much Americans work compared to Europeans. Europeans, a lot of countries over there, they offer like a month off in the summertime. And over there, Europeans, they enjoy themselves more. They have more free time. Everything is cool when it comes to that. Whereas here in the US, it's like, okay, getting a week off is a big deal. And a lot of Americans accept it. They don't take breaks. They work every day for months on end, and we are working more, according to websites I've read. Um, so I want to think of solutions for this, discuss solutions, and I welcome all of you to bring forth what you have in mind. Please make it rational and whatever your comments will be, because I'm going to filter them. So 3 solutions primarily that I thought of is one, you have to obviously downgrade your lifestyle incredibly, and this can be as drastic as a person wants to make it. Either living on the streets, maybe living in a teardrop trailer, or just a really small house, maybe a studio apartment. But overall, just downgrade the living situation or lifestyle so that you don't have so much expenses, you don't have so much of a burden. You can save that money and invest it into something that will be successful in the future. My second solution is to become a salesperson. But this is a little iffy because my dad's actually a salesperson and he sells Kirby vacuums. He started about 2 decades ago, about 20 years ago, and when he first started, he was very successful. He was making a lot of money. He was in control of his schedule, actually, because he was making so much money. He could say, oh, well, I don't want to go to work today, and he had the liberty to do that because it was technically his own business. Um, it was his own, himself representing his own little Kirby business in a sense. And, but that doesn't work all the time because obviously as the economy failed, uh, so did the Kirby industry. The Kirby business had to downgrade a bit. And actually the district here in Southern California, it almost completely collapsed. My dad had a really hard time. People weren't buying Kirby's, and he actually had to work a typical job um, for about a year, which was really hard on him. But that is an option, is to sell a product. It's just that you have to rely on people buying that product. And my third solution is to do something online, to try to do an online business. And then you can possibly, that also is on the fence. I mean, depending on what your business is, what you do, you might have to put a lot of time into it, but you are more in control of your schedule. And this can possibly include multi-level marketing. Again, referencing to my dad, this has been something he's been talking about for years. And you guys can say whatever you want to say. It's a pyramid scheme, whatever. It does make sense to a certain extent that, there are businesses out there that want to expand but don't want to invest so much in this mainstream advertising on TV or on the internet. So they build up word of mouth through this multi-level marketing, through network marketing. And that can be an option to do that as well. And I'm kind of looking more into that to see what can happen. But please, you guys, let us know what your solutions are to this, what you think about this issue in terms of making money and free time, how that correlates. And I know that for some people, all they want are materialistic possessions. They can work all their life. But for other people, they do want to have free time. They do want to have a life, I like to say. So please subscribe to the show, or subscribe to this channel if you like it. I'm going to be bringing up some more topics in the future, all relating to issues that we are facing as a society and as a planet. All right, thanks for tuning in.